Up next on Live It Up, we are with Amy Giles, and we're going to be talking today about her book, Now Is Everything. And obviously, if you know me, you know why I love that title, Now Is Everything. Welcome, how are you?
Oh, great, thank you.
Good. We met through some wonderful serendipitous types of events, and then I got to meet you and was so inspired by your book. Tell us about this.
Now Is Everything is a young adult novel. It's about a contemporary issue that affects a lot more teens than we maybe are aware of. It's about child abuse. And it is a story of what one girl will do to protect her sister from repeating the history that she's already lived through.
The concept came to you, was it from a plane crash or something? And you said, well, what if, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There was I think it was probably around 2014, there was a plane crash. It was awful. It was in the news every day. Everyone on the plane died, except for one little girl, 7 years old. And she walked out the back of an airplane, a hole in an airplane, and walked for miles by herself to find help. And I remember this story just sat with me for so long because I thought, first of all, to leave your entire family behind, how difficult that must have been for this child. And then it just kept sticking with me and sticking with me. And then finally I started playing what if. What if she wasn't 7 but 17? And what if the worst thing that happened to her wasn't a plane crash?
And there you took it from there.
And I took it from there.
You started writing.
And then everything, as writers do, everything becomes a what if, what if, and then you start playing with all these different scenarios.
Now it's published.
Yeah.
It's a hardcover. It's a legit book.
Yeah.
What was that process like for you?
It's much longer than people realize.
It is, right?
It's from the moment my agent loved it, and from the moment, and then we pitched it, and then it sold. It's about a 2-year process. So for 2 years, I felt like parallel universe Amy was living this life. And then when it came out, I finally said, oh, I'm an author. So that was a little shocking.
What inspired you? Why did you choose that group of like the teenage
Young
group
adult.
Yeah.
The voice speaks to me, first of all. I have no trouble reading young adult books and understanding young adults. I have teenagers. But mostly what I love about young adult fiction is that you can deal with a heavy subject. And no matter how heavy the subject, it'll always end on a hopeful note. And I think that's important for teenagers because this is a time in their lives where many of them are dealing with heavy subjects. To know that they are resilient, to know that this is temporary, and to know that there is help out there. And that's the important thing, that don't struggle alone. There is help, and go seek it.
What part of you personally, the Amy of you when you were a young teen, did this help complete for you? Was there anything like that helped you like bring it forth?
Yeah, I am not Hadley at all. I don't think wasn't an overachiever. I was the kid that didn't win any awards in anything. I think for me as author Amy, I felt like, you know what, Amy, you're going to be okay. It doesn't matter that you didn't excel in everything. You just keep plugging away at what you love and it'll eventually come through. And
your book is written in a different type of style because you're going back and then forward.
Yeah.
Back and then forward.
Yeah, we definitely, and that happened kind of naturally. I was telling the story. I really knew that the opening scene was Hadley survives the plane crash. And then I needed to go back and start telling Hadley's story of how she got there. But then I needed to check in on her and see how she was doing. And so it just kind of started happening that way. I said, oh, I really like the way this is coming out.
What have the early adapters of people been saying about your book?
The reviews have been fabulous, which I'm grateful for, tremendously grateful. What I didn't anticipate was how many readers, adult readers, were going to reach out to me and say that you wrote about my life. And just this weekend, I had 2 emails from adult women who said, I lived that, and you validated what I went through, and people do not understand the long-term effects of child abuse. And one woman said, I'm married to the most wonderful man right now, and he's so understanding, and he has to step back and understand that I don't even know what it's like to be loved like this. So it's great for adult readers, and it's important for teen readers.
So proud of you and so happy for you.
Thank you.
And you also wanted to give some advice to people that wanted to write something. And what is that?
Yes. Okay. Writers, I've seen a lot of authors right now, they're comparing their success against their age. No one should ever do that. Success doesn't come time-stamped. But I think all writers should take a step back and realize that rejection is not the end all. It is feedback. And you have to have a little bit of a thicker skin and just keep doing it because you need to write. You writers write because they need to. And when writers hit a wall, as we all do, pick up a book and read. reading is your energy. Reading is going to recharge your battery.
Excellent. Thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
for
us.
having me.
Looking forward to, actually, I got a chance to flip through the book, but I didn't get to read it every page. But I promise you I will read this one every page.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Please stay tuned for more on Live It Up. I'm Donna Drake. We've been visiting with author Amy Giles.